Okay guys, what's up? Sebastian Castillo here. I wanted to make a quick video that might be a little bit different compared to most of the stuff I've put out there. So, as many of you will know, I tend to lean towards the right, politically, philosophically. However, the mark of any wise person is to recognize your own dogma and then to question it and admit that your beliefs, the things that you believe to be true, could be wrong, and be willing to pivot if you find overwhelming evidence to suggest that, hey, there's a better position to be taken. And so there's a word that the left likes to throw out quite often, right? It's privilege. I like to talk about white privilege or pretty privilege or rich privilege, whatever it is. And the fact of the matter is, some of these things absolutely do exist, whether we want to deny them or not. The extent to which they exist is debatable. But one thing that they are certainly correct about is that privilege is invisible to those who experience it, for the most part. Why am I even talking about this? Well, because I'm going to relate this to, well, just everything in your day-to-day, and things that I notice about my life, things that happen, the way people treat me, that upon further thought, I realize that not everyone gets treated that well. I mean, for example, even just walking down here along the promenade, a family signaled to me to come over and take a picture for them. And so I did. I didn't think anything of it, but then I thought to myself, if I looked not so good, if I looked pretty beaten up, or if I looked super intimidating, or if I was a different race, that family may not have decided to ask me to hold their phone and take a picture of them. That's very much a possibility. Or even when you're out at a bar or a club and you're talking to some chicks. Now, you might not think it's going anywhere, right? You're having a conversation, you're bantering back and forth, she's engaging, you're engaging. Maybe you go out and get a drink, but nothing comes of it. Oh, well, she didn't like me, what have you. Well, compare that to the other guy from, let's not even name any countries here, but guys from different places, guys from the third world, who don't look like me. They might not even get to the point where they have that conversation, right? They might try saying hello, and the girl will reject them immediately. So whatever it is that you're concerned or complaining about might already be many, many steps ahead of what a lot of people even get to experience. And so that's why when a really rich person, and you see it in these movies, it's often quite exaggerated, like this princess girl who complains that her dinner wasn't as warm as it was supposed to be, or the linens in her hotel room aren't 100% Egyptian cotton or something. Typically we hear this and we think, oh, that's so ridiculous, but and we think it's ridiculous because we can easily, as outsiders, perceive that they are lucky to be dining on a boat, cruising down the Danube River in the river. Ugh, a little bit sick. Cruising down the river in the middle of fall, when everyone else across the pond is working their 9-to-5, stuck in corporate America, or going to a swanky hotel. I don't think that's a hotel, but I can see these nice buildings back there, and hanging out on a Tuesday afternoon or a Monday morning like it is for me, and while everyone else is again slaving away, working, or just barely even able to make ends meet, barely able to scrape together $500 at the end of the month, and this person is enjoying their hotel stay for $500 a night. And that's not even including their food and their transportation. So it's wild how that can vary. But I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty or anything. I'm just telling you because you should be grateful. You should be thankful for the things you do have. And time again, you read about some of the wealthiest people out there, the most successful people, and hear it once, hear it twice, and maybe it's just a fluke, and it's just something that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy when they say, oh, you should practice gratitude. But you read that 5, 10, 20 times, and it's spoken by multiple different people, and you start to kind of recognize that, okay, maybe there is a pattern here. Maybe all these successful people, so many various fields, have a point. Maybe I should practice gratitude. Maybe no matter how bad things might look, no matter how bleak the bank account might be, or my health situation, or things just aren't working out with relationships, no matter how it might be, just be grateful. I mean, hell, look at this, right? Kind of hard to stay upset or mad when you get to hang out here. I mean, just look at that view. This is fantastic stuff. Anyways, guys, so that's what I wanted to share with you today.